Hey, it's been a while. I haven't been on. I lost my internet connection and had to figure out how to work some stuff. So I'm learning, the big troglodyte that I am that can't stand internet and can't stand electronic devices. But here I am doing the thing. So where is the love? I'm dumbfounded at the lack of people's empathy, compassion, desire to make the world a better place. Instead, it seems as though everybody's just going along to get along and following the crowd and destroying families, potential promise and possibility. I'm still getting no answers to phone calls. I'm still sending out signals and not getting any communication returned. We're coming up to October, December, January, February, March, April. 8 months. 8 months of family separation, 8 months of parental alienation, 8 months of somebody who neglected and abandoned and moved on, leaving his family behind. But because somebody had opinions and somebody decided that I needed to live my life the way they determined I should live my life. Somebody that thinks that I needed to be completely humiliated and destroyed and lay on my face in public and cry, I'm a worthless, I'm a helpless, I'm a hopeless, I'm a shame, I'm a humiliation, I'm a dredge of society. Evidently, I needed to do a public display of my confessions and my accepting responsibility for my failures. The way that I express myself is not satisfactory to the powers that be. They have no idea what I do 24/7. So, nobody's going to know what I'm talking about unless they go back and look at my other live streams. I only do lives. I have some shorts of my yard uploaded, but I have some big decisions to make. And I thought I'd already made them, but other people have other ideas. All of the things that I've pondered and tried to have conversations about with the co-parent of my offspring. But he has control, and he's the reason that the hashtags are down there. But you would have to go back, like I said, into my lives and see the details. I haven't done any uploading or any lives of Bible readings. I've been doing it offline, but I haven't been doing it online because I haven't had the connection to do it with. So today I had a friend come by and show me how to do some technical stuff because I truly don't know anything about any of this. And I really don't want to know anything about any of this. There's a reason. Because I have family history and because I've seen and been and experienced a lot of attacks in my life. Not just on me personally, but on my children, on my family members. It's just not been. So I need to get back into the figuring this whole thing out. And I just figured I'd jump on here and there's an update coming. I have court on the 15th and I have another court date on the 29th. And the recommendation is that the offspring stay with the one who caused us to, the one who neglected his responsibilities and bailed on his commitments and has been handed control. But they don't, the powers that be don't want to talk about what brought us here. They just want to go on and check their little boxes and close their cases and call it good. What they don't grasp, and this is the Walking Dead, this is the disconnected souls, this is post-plague. Everybody thinks that everything is as simple as hitting a block button or logging off, or, when you punch out of work, you no longer have to carry the details of the cases that you're dealing with. Well, when you're dealing with families and you're dealing with children and you're dealing with a whole dynamic of 20 years, it takes some detail working, or you're going to make a really bad decision. I am a mother, grandmother, kinship caregiver, adoptive parent. Who spent my whole life doing things and serving and sacrificing and putting my money, my energy, my attention, my time, my blood, my sweat, and my tears into building a future for my offspring. Because of the neglect of the co-parent, I lost 14 years of building a home, a business. I was 1 year away from building a greenhouse where I could officially split, separate, and distribute plants that I had planted and had been growing, different varieties of different, 14 years, just in the house, just in the home, just in the business, just in the gardens and the plants that I'd established. Mother plants is what they call them. You get a mother plant, you get the base big enough, you dig out parts of the root systems, you put them in cups and you sell them. It's a business. People do it all the time. But I lost it because COVID hit, because the plague happened, and somebody rode the grace of the plague for 2 years and didn't make a house note or pay a bill and was working the entire time and had no reason not to. But when I talk about that, the powers that be say that I'm victimizing myself, making myself the victim. We're all victims. I mean, I'm speaking facts and truth. It's not about me trying to get pity or sorrow or whatever. It's me saying, this is what happened. And this is where I am. And when somebody experiences a significant loss, it causes trauma. This is kind of like the same as traumatic brain injuries, or like if you experience a significant loss, that's a trauma. I think a lot of people are stuck in traumas and have hit cognitive dissonance, and they can't absorb anything outside of their own trauma, so they can't empathize or give compassion to another person that's experienced trauma and is now in the throes of reacting and trying to maneuver through it. And because they can't grasp or wrap their head around the significant traumas that I've experienced, like it's, how am I still here? By the grace of God. And because Jesus is my rock, and that's how I roll. But somebody else says that, and somebody might say that I am copying, but I'm not. But she's, hold on for one more day, China. One more day, China. Holy crap. Lean in, because what's happened and what's transpired just in the world, not even in my own personal space. If you're surprised, then you weren't paying attention. If this is surprising you, you have not been paying attention. There was a trial that was going on in regards to narcissist abuse. But during that trial that we were watching, I wasn't, because I lived it, so I didn't need to watch it. And now I'm going to have to go through it with a divorce and child custody fight. And they're recommending they stay in the environment that they're in. And the environment that they're in does not respect the 10 Commandments. But I'm the villain, because I was disciplining, not torturing, not punishing, not attacking, not attempting to harm, disciplining for significant breaches of personal security, significant danger, stranger danger, statistics. A lot of people are talking about it now. Mamas and daddies not watching over their children, but other mamas that do watch over their children and discipline their children when their children violate the rules and boundaries, they don't like the way I disciplined them, and accused me of things that I did not do, and I was not defended. So rather than repeat the same thing I've been repeating over and over again, mamas and daddies need to watch over their children. Sleepovers should not be happening. If you don't intend to chaperone your child into a place where strangers and the abuse is happening in families, I sit here and I've already gone over it in my previous live streams. I got into a conversation today about Mennonites, Masons, and Mormons. I've got it all in my family tree. But that's made a lot of money for a lot of people over the course of the last 4 or 5 years. A lot of people have capitalized on demonizing. And rightly so, there's demons in there. Because if you think about it, those two M's have some non-biblical, but yet are institutions of claiming. Now, I'm not saying that everyone in there is a deviant or reprobate. I'm not saying that, because there are people that are involved in those belief systems that are sincere and pure in heart. Pure in heart. God knows the desires of your heart. And when we go into judgment, it's not the label that we have. It's not the name tag that we wear. It's not the thing that's on our hat. It is the desires of our heart. And God knows what those are. I know the desires of my heart. For my children, for your children, for the globe. America doesn't exist anymore. The America that was founded 1776, the America that the Revolutionary War was fought over, the America that the Civil War fought in, doesn't exist anymore. And I'm sorry to tell you, if this is a surprise, well, sorry to burst your bubble. We belong to a global government. And everybody's just sitting back doing the thing and letting it happen. I mean, we all see it happening. We're all watching it happen. They're disassembling the foundations of what made this country free. Do you feel like anything's free? If something's free, you are the product. If something is free, this is free, you are the product. Yes, you pay for your internet connection, but this is free. This system that I'm using to live stream this, and nobody's watching. So it's free. That means they're making money off of me doing this. I'm not getting money off of this. I have 6 followers. Nobody's watching my videos. I'm doing this because I'm led to do it. I don't know why. I don't know how, where, when, or what's happening. And as I get interaction, if I get interaction with other living, breathing human beings on the other side, and of course, some of interaction is not. Some of it is artificial intelligence. So I heard today that the school locally is getting an android. They're getting a robot to help with children who need extra support. So basically what they're doing is they're bringing in androids to the school to normalize them with children. And then when the children get grown, as they grow, it'll be normal. Well, how many things have been normalized over the course of 55 years that I've been on the planet? I don't want this thing in my house, but I can't function now in the world without it. I can't parent without it. We couldn't school our kids without it. I didn't have internet in my house until we were forced to homeschool from the plague. Online learning. Well, now we have online parenting. Like, we're expected to parent our children without being able to touch them, without being able to hear them breathe, without being able to listen to their heartbeats. We're supposed to be parenting. How well did the online learning go? Walking Dead, reprobate minds, post-plague, walking around in cognitive dissonance and don't give a rip-roaring rat's behind. The detrimental effect that this is having on our children. The detrimental effect it's having on me, a 55-year-old woman. But here we are, one day at a time, sweet Jesus. That's all I'm asking from you. Like, he can come back anytime and take me out of here. Jesus is my only jump ship. But I'm going to get organized and figure out what I'm going to stream about later, because I'm going to stream about something. I'm probably going to get back into Romans and find its companion chapter and maybe do some other extra. But you all have a good one.